What's going on, Flock Nation Fumbles? The YouTube channel that talks about all things Ravens and all things NFL. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a couple weeks since I've uploaded a video. Reason for that, I've been a little bit disappointed and depressed with the Ravens losing to the Patriots and the Steelers. Not gonna lie, I thought our season was gonna be over, but the Browns beat the Steelers last week. And hey, we're still in it. We're the last game of the regular season, so let's go. And with that said, we're going to be doing the last Week 18 regular season game predictions for the NFL. Most games won't have any playoff implications, so I'll barely graze through them. So with further ado, let's start with tomorrow's games on Saturday. First, we have the Carolina Panthers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both teams lost last week. Panthers lost to Seattle, and the Buccaneers lost to, who they lose to? They lost to Miami by a field goal. This game is for the division. Whoever wins this game, so the playoff clinching scenarios for the Panthers and Buccaneers, all the Panthers have to do is win this game and they're in. If the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win, they clinch their division with a win over the Panthers, and if the Atlanta Falcons lose their game to the New Orleans Saints. Because if Tampa Bay wins and also Atlanta wins, a three-way tie would happen at 8-9, which would make Carolina the division winner. So basically, Carolina, all they got to do is win. Tampa Bay, a little bit more difficult. Like I said, they have to beat Carolina and have the Falcons lose to the Saints to win the division. Who am I predicting to win this? I think Carolina's going to come up on top for this one. Tampa Bay lost to a very bad... I think Dolphins are kind of mid. But Carolina lost to the Seattle Seahawks, who are also playing later tomorrow night for their NFC West division. And Seattle has one of the best defenses in the league. Sam Darnold is putting up hella numbers. I'm going to give Carolina the win of this one. It's going to be a close game, 23-20. After that, we have the Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers beat the Bears in a very good, close game, 42-38. The Seattle Seahawks, they beat Carolina Panthers. This is for the NFC West title, and also it is for the number 1 seed in the NFC. This is going to be a tough one. Both teams are very good. San Francisco has dealt with injuries all this year, but Brock Purdy's been slinging that football. This is going to be a barn burner. I'm going to give San Francisco the slight win on this one, and I think they're going to have the number 1 seed in the NFC for the playoffs. I think this is going to be in the 30 range. I think they're going to win 33-27. Give me San Francisco. After that, we have the Sunday slew games. New Orleans Saints at the Atlanta Falcons. Like I was saying earlier, this has some playoff implications if Tampa Bay wins. But I am predicting Carolina to win again that game. So give me the New Orleans Saints. They've been pretty decent with Tyler Show, if that's how you pronounce his last name. And I believe Kirk Cousins is playing in Atlanta. This might be Kirk Cousins' last game in Atlanta. He might be going somewhere new next season. We'll see. I'll have the Saints winning 21-14. After that, we have AFC North divisional matchup. We have the Cleveland Browns up against the Cincinnati Bengals. This game Doesn't have any playoff implications, but it does have future implications for both quarterbacks, in my opinion. This is Shedeur Sanders' last game of the year to prove that he is the certified starter for Cleveland next year. Next year, they're going to have Dylan Gabriel and Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. And I don't believe they'll add another quarterback. They're going to see if Shedeur Sanders probably can do good for a full year next year. Joe Burrow, they are currently 4-10. Joe Burrow has stated plainly in the media that he is kind of upset and he doesn't know if he wants to continue playing. Give me Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow in this game. They're going to win 30-13. After that, we have the Green Bay Packers at the Minnesota Vikings. Jordan Love is cleared to play, but they're resting him for the playoffs because the Green Bay Packers are locked in the 7th seed. They're going up against the Minnesota Vikings, who have had some pretty solid wins here recently against the Lions, that they knocked them out of playoff contention, and the Cowboys. Give me J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings for this one. Green Bay did not look. Their defense did not get. They're injury depleted, for sure. So give me J.J. McCarthy and the Green Bay Packers in this one. After that, we have the Dallas Cowboys at the New York Giants. Both teams can't make the playoffs. We have Jackson Dart and we have Dak Prescott. This is gonna be give me the Cowboys. This is like their last game of the year. They're gonna ball out. I think it's gonna be a blowout, like 30-7. After that, we have the Tennessee Titans at the Jacksonville Jaguars. This game does have some playoff implications with Jacksonville. They can earn the number 1 seed in the AFC if they win this game against Tennessee, and the Broncos lose to the Chargers. Give me Jacksonville on this one. Trevor Lawrence is playing lights out football here in the past month or two. And I feel like Cam Ward, this is his last game as a rookie for the year. I expect him to he's going to go out swinging. But I feel like still it's not going to be enough to beat Jacksonville. So I'm going to have the Jaguars win 27-14 against the Tennessee Titans. After that, we have the Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans. Phillip Rivers is not going to be the quarterback for the Colts. The Colts, they can't make the playoffs this year. They ever since Danny Dimes kind of got injured, like it's been gone downhill. I predicted the Colts to not make the playoffs after that. Houston, they're either going to get the 5th, 6th, or 7th wild card spot. I believe they can't. I believe they're not able to get the division above Jacksonville, so they're probably going to get the 5th seed when they win this. And yeah, like Houston's a hell of a team, hell of a defense. They're going to wipe the floor of Colts. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be like 33-14. After that, we have the New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills. This is another game that's only kind of like important just because like Buffalo can move up and down in the wild card. They cannot win their division. The New England Patriots already locked that up. Buffalo's going to have their way after New York Jets. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be like 37-10. After that, we had the Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears. This one, probably keep your eye on because Detroit's going to want to play spoiler. Chicago is, they locked up their division, so they got their division title. But they're battling Philadelphia Eagles for, the number 2 seed in the playoffs. If they lock up that number 2 seed, they will have their rubber match, their 3rd match for the year against the Green Bay Packers at home. But I feel like Detroit, they're kind of pissed off because they're not in the playoffs this year. They're 8-8, I believe. They're gonna play spoiler. I think they beat Detroit in this game. I think they upset Detroit, knocking them down to the third seed for the NFC. We have Detroit winning 27-26. After that, we have the Los Angeles Chargers at the Denver Broncos. I think Justin Herbert is, yeah, he is not playing this game. They're playing their backup, the Chargers, against the Denver Broncos. Broncos are playing to lock up the number 1 seed for the AFC, and I believe they will this game on Sunday. Since Justin Herbert's not playing, I don't think the Chargers are going to have much of a chance. I think Denver's going to win 27-10 against the Chargers, and that'll have Broncos locking up the number 1 seed. After that, we have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Las Vegas Raiders. Both Gardner Minshew and Patrick Mahomes have tore their ACLs. I'm not sure who the third-string quarterback is for the Chiefs. They're playing the worst team in football this year, the Las Vegas Raiders. This is probably, if the Raiders lose this, they probably lock in the number 1 pick for the draft. But I don't. it's at Las Vegas, so I don't really know who to pick in this one. I'll give the Raiders a win, a pity win, and plus they'll lock up the number 1 seed, I guess. But I'll give them the win. It'll be like 14-9, some ugly ass final score. After that, we have Arizona Cardinals, who won't be in the playoffs, up against the Los Angeles Rams, who got upset by the Falcons last week. The Los Angeles Rams are locked into the wild card. It was a little disappointing because I thought they were one of the best teams. I think they still are one of the best teams in NFC, but they have lost to the Panthers and they have lost to the Falcons, which knocks them down a peg. And Matt Stafford, he was on the top of my list for the MVP voting, but he's kind of like knocked down too with those losses. But I'm going to give them the win on this one. They should not have too much trouble against Arizona Cardinals. Rams light them up 34-7. Not competitive. After that, we have Miami Dolphins at the New England Patriots. I feel like this is going to be the last game for Tua as a Miami Dolphin. So he's going to try to ball out against New England Patriots, but they're also playing for the 1 seed, and I feel like Miami Dolphins are just outclassed and outmatched for this game. New England wins 34-17. They locked the number 2 seed for the AFC. After that, we have the Washington Commanders at the Philadelphia Eagles. It's going to be for the number 2 seed in the NFC. Eagles are going to command over this win. They did beat the Bills 13-12. They should have more points in this one. I think they're going to win like 27-13 against the Commanders. Jaden Daniels has been out for the year. They should have no problem against that. And then after that, we have the last regular season game of the year. And this is for all the AFC North marbles. This is the game I will obviously be watching at 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. And that will be the Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is for all the marbles. Honestly, if I told you like a week or two ago if the Ravens were going to make the playoffs, I was about like 60-70% sure that they weren't. But here we are. All Baltimore's got to do is go into Pittsburgh and beat Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin and that Pittsburgh defense. Lamar Jackson's coming back. DK Metcalf is still suspended because of punching a fan. So, biased Baltimore fan here. I think we're gonna mop the damn floor with them. As long as Derrick Henry's run game is efficient, and Lamar Jackson and Zay Flowers and a couple of the offensive guys don't do any turnovers. If they don't turn over the football and we run the ball really well, we should be fine. This should not be a hard game to win. Aaron Rodgers does not have a legit threat on the offense without DK Metcalf on. Like, since DK Metcalf's not there, they don't have a legit threat on the offense. They have Pat Freiermuth, a tight end. That's it, and he hasn't done too much this year. But I can honestly see it being a close divisional rival game where the refs can determine how this game turns out, just like the first time when they recalled Isaiah Likely's touchdown and overturned it. And that was a very, very hard thing against us because that determined our loss, in my opinion. But if I was an NFL scriptwriter, I'd probably want Lamar Jackson in the playoffs along with Josh Allen, since Patrick Mahomes is not excuse me, not going to be in the playoffs this year. This game also has a very high determining value on who's going to be kept next year when it comes to coaching staffs. Both John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin have caught heat this year for their play calling and just general lack of strong outings for games. Like just getting the job done during games and closing games out to get wins. I'm going to give Baltimore the win. I believe we win 28-24. And the Baltimore Ravens will win the AFC North for the third straight year. They'll be the fourth seed in the playoffs, and we'll most likely get Houston Texans or Buffalo Bills. One of those teams is going to be coming to Baltimore, and it's going to be a hell of a round one match. So thank you for watching my videos for most of the regular season. Moving forward, videos I have planned, I'm going to try to predict who the NFL MVP is going to be this year. Then I'm going to do a playoff prediction video along with who I think is going to be in the Super Bowl, and then I'm going to recap my who I predicted to make the playoffs. I'm going to see if they matched up from what I said in that earlier video, to who actually made it. So with that said, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.